All right, so we want to talk about this whole cheating scandal with the Astros. I know we talked about basketball and we're eventually going to get to the Champions League, but because MLB season's coming up, and this is like the biggest scandal since the steroid era. So this is something we gotta talk about. I don't even know where should we begin. Like, where do you guys want to go? Should they get their title revoked? Should there be harsher suspensions? We could talk about the players' reactions. So we could go any way, but maybe we should start with the player reaction and the whole MLB's reaction on the cheating scandal. So since you're our baseball expert, I want to hear from you when this whole thing came down. What were your thoughts? And if you could just share that with us.
I mean, honestly, guys, just being a Yankee fan and waiting for a championship for so long, finally having a team the last couple of years that we've really felt like we can win the World Series. And it's really heartbreaking, especially 2017. That 7-game series was so epic, and it was one of all-time series where home team won every game. To hear that they cheated when they were at home, and to go back and look at the stats to see how much of a big difference it made, it was heartbreaking, honestly. As a Yankee fan, as a baseball fan, I'm a huge baseball fan. As you guys know, I watch every Yankee game, so like I'm a nerd when it comes to baseball. I mean, the stats were so outlandish. Like Carrera, Altuve, they were hitting like 125, 225 batting averages in Yankee Stadium, and then batting 300-400 at home. Yeah. Like that disparity alone shows that they were doing something. But as a competitor, they had a good team, so you're like, you chalk it up as, you know what, they beat us, they were a better team. But to look back at it now, it feels like we got something stolen from us. And the way they did it, I mean, MLB had sent out statements not to do it. For them to be banging on trash cans, like I played baseball in high school, and to know what pitch is coming, that's like you put Curry or Durant on the free throw line and give him 3 points for making every free throw. You know what I mean? Like that's how easy it is when you know the pitch is coming. So I was hurt, I was angry, and then the punishments were a joke, honestly. $5 million to a billionaire is like literally going to your car and opening your dashboard. The manager being suspended for a year, general manager suspended. What is that going to do? They still got the championship. They still kind of robbed the Yankees and the Dodgers. I would say the Dodgers were in the World Series. They felt like they got robbed. And then honestly, to give immunity to all the players, I get it. They needed to get the story and everything, but no player got punished. Altuve won the MVP, got paid $200 million contract because of that MVP season that was taken away from Judge. And all the benefits to the players, getting the World Series, getting all these paychecks, getting their new contracts, the owners making millions and millions of dollars. The punishment I thought was really weak from MLB.
Oh, yeah.
Really weak to not punish no players. And then for the owner to come there and sit on the podium and say, this doesn't affect the game. We didn't think it affected the game. Then why do it, right? Why do the biggest scandal in baseball history? Because steroids were individuals, guys. Like Bonds was doing it, this person, one or two people. This was an organizational plan, meticulated kind of thing that they actually built rooms near the dugout to have video surveillances, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for them to sit there and say we didn't do nothing wrong or not really be remorseful, I thought those player apologies were a joke. It looked like something that they memorized the night before. And then they had the press conference. The players stayed for 2 minutes and just gave their apology and left. Mm-hmm. And then you had your new manager that had nothing to do with it, Dusty Baker, the poor guy, sit there and ask him questions. He wasn't even there. How is he going to tell you what's going on? You know what I mean?
Right.
And then coming back, I mean, all the players are upset. You can talk about all the top players. We got Mike Trout speaking out, Bellinger, the MVPs from last year. You got Judge that feels like they're robbed. So I think the whole league is upset, and the commissioner definitely needs to do something. I don't think they're going to do anything. They can go back and take the championship because he said he doesn't want to set that precedence.
Yeah.
But nothing like this ever happened before either. I know you don't want to set the precedence, but if you're losing all your players and they have a new negotiation coming out with the players' negotiation and everything for the couple of next years, I think we're headed to probably a lockout if he doesn't do anything. Honestly, that's what I feel like.
You think
because
so?
I really do, because you have all the top players in MLB speaking out.
Even LeBron.
I mean, yeah, even LeBron coming out. I mean, it's everybody, because
he said you better do something, commish.
Guys, just to know what pitch is coming, that's ridiculous advantage. Like, if you make a small mistake, like you have as a batter, you have 0.001 second to react. So you already in disadvantage. So to let the person know if it's a fastball or a curveball, that's a huge disadvantage, like, to the pitcher, because you know that dive ball's not diving. Because you know it's a fastball, so you're not gonna swing over the top of it. You're not gonna get the weird swings. So honestly, to me personally, I think they should suspend at least 1 or 2 players out of that team, which I know they're not gonna do, but personally, that's what I feel like. And
yeah, but how do you pick if it's the whole team?
You're right. It's hard.
How do you pick which players?
It's hard. Maybe, you know what, he should have like let them play the regular season, but suspend them for the playoff this year. You know what I mean? Or revoke their title, something that would have hurt the players, something that would have left. I mean, they're always going to have that asterisk next to their name now for the 2017. But in the same time, I don't think it was done enough, and I think that's what upsets the players so much. And then the flimsy of a apology, like that was just a joke. I think it made people more angry, because before that, no players were really talking. And then when you hear the owners say, oh, this didn't even help, then why the hell were you doing it? I'm sorry, 2 people lost their job. You got fined for what? For something that didn't help your team win a big, championship? Then why you're doing it? So honestly, it's become a joke with baseball, and they need to do something before the player negotiation, or I think we're head out to the lockout. They're gonna lock out.
Oh wow, what was your reaction?
Yeah, it's just not fair knowing what pitch is coming. It's like imagine playing chess and you know what move your opponent's gonna make. Like, it's the ultimate cheat code, but it's crazy.
Yeah, I agree. To know what pitches are coming and know what your opponent is doing, this, of course, is unfair across any sport. Cheating is cheating no matter what. But I want to know, like, as far as the players coming out and they're talking about it, right? So when does it get to a point that, all right, talking is not going to do anything, we should just go out there and play, and I mean, let the rest take care of itself? Like, do you think this is going to be an ongoing thing? Do you think players are going to be complaining? That's point 1. And point 2, as far as suspending players, from what I've heard, is that's up to the player union. Apparently they have immunity, so that's up to Frank Clark to I think he's the head of their union. He has to allow Rob Manfred to hand out suspensions if there is going to be any, right? So Rob Manfred can't really do anything, because I think on the CBA they signed that stupid deal or whatever. That's point 2. What do you guys say to that? Should the players continue just talking about it and throughout the season?
There's a more fair punishment. I think like all the owners should come together and decide a punishment if you don't want to make the commissioner make a move.
Honestly, at this point, I think they're hoping that it's just gonna go away. But I think the Astros kind of shot themselves in the foot with this one because of the weak apology that they came out to do. If they just came out and really gave a heartfelt, sincere apology and say, you know what, guys, we messed up, we cheated, you know what, we're embarrassed, we're gonna feel like we never really won this title till we go and win it again with a clean way. But all I heard was, I'm sorry, but, or we did this, but we didn't do that. We did this. It doesn't matter. You cheated to win a World Series title. It doesn't matter if you didn't cheat in 2019. And again, guys, did you see the clip? Who hits a game-winning home run to send your city? Imagine if you're Damian Lillard or LeBron James, you hit a game-winning three-pointer in the conference finals to go to the NBA finals, and you tell your team, don't mob me, because my wife doesn't want you guys on top of me. The guy didn't want them to rip his shirt. It happens. Like, Pete Alonso in the Mets. He hit a regular season home run, right?
Yeah.
A regular season home run to win the game. They ripped the guy's shirt off. He was standing there without a shirt giving interview. His lame excuse, first he comes out saying, oh, my wife told me I don't want to show my body. It was embarrassing to show your body.
Yeah.
So just go to an Instagram page.
Because your whole team knows that.
But you go to the Instagram page, he has shirtless pictures, right? So first of all, he's holding his shirt, running around the bases. Don't rip my shirt. That's shady.
Really?
You just sent your team to the World Series. The first thing in your mind that comes is my wife doesn't want me to rip my shirt. And then after that, right away you run down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Change your shirt to come back to give an interview. Why? Why change your shirt? Your shirt was covered, right? They didn't rip it. Why change your shirt? And on top of that, if you freeze the frame, you can clearly see a buzzer, like something in his shoulder. And then your other excuse, Carrera coming, attacking the players, talking, saying...
Oh, man, he better shut up.
He's like, shut up if you don't know the facts. We didn't cheat in 2018. It was in the report. And then he comes out with a second excuse. Oh, he had an unfinished tattoo that he didn't want to see. I was the only one that knew about it. So that's what you're worried about when you're going to the World Series. You hit the biggest home run of your career, and you're worried about people seeing your unfinished tattoo. To me, honestly, even if I'm having a normal conversation, when somebody tells me two different stories, to me, you're already lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is on the biggest stage. And you're coming again, you don't seem remorseful at all. None of the players seem like they're really sorry. They're coming back attacking the players that are talking about it. To me, till the Astros don't show remorse, till they don't kind of just own this to themselves, I think the players are going to keep talking. Especially with the CBA around the corner. I think there has to be done something. And you know what? The Player Association needs to see that their biggest superstars are upset. The biggest superstars are talking out about it. And they have to do something.
Do you think what's going to happen is, like I said, talking could only do so much? You think they're going to take it out on Astro players? Do you think pitchers is going to hit them intentionally?
Oh, I mean,
who else?
I don't think nothing's gonna happen. Honestly, guys, I think
the punishment
on it. 100%.
That's what I meant.
100%. They're gonna be headhunted, and they brought it on themselves because they didn't come out and apologize to their peers. They took money, guys. They took money away from
and
people's
they're defending
pocket.
it.
Exactly. If Judge had won the MVP in 2017. He would have got a big contract, guys. And his arbitration, he would have asked for more money because he had an MVP title. So you are now affecting people's livelihood. You're cheating out fan bases of championships. And then you have the audacity to sit up there and basically deny it and say it didn't
delete his tweet to Altuve.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I would have done the same. I'm sorry. You had the respect. You don't earn that respect.
Yeah, I think... there has to come a point in time where players is just going to be like, all right, you know what, we can't really... talking is talking. They're just going to have to go out there and play. As far as punishment, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, you should take their title away. Okay, well, then what's that going to do? You take the title away...
That's different. You can't rewrite history.
Right, but when you take the title away, what's going to happen with that team, they're going to play that sorry card.
Yeah.
So would you rather just have them the way it is in every... away game that they go to, they get constantly booed 24/7, or you take the title away, and then eventually what's gonna happen, and this is America, we live in the country of opportunity and second chances, through mid-season, if they're doing well, then the narrative changes. Like, okay, now we're playing for something. Okay, this was taken away from us. Then you kind of feel, oh, sorry, this and that. I think to some degree that could possibly happen when you take away the title, or do you keep it the way it is and just let these guys hear it every away game, and that should be a little bit of satisfaction for some of the players. I know getting cheated like that, you can't I mean that stinks. That what are you gonna do? But at least I want to hear them get booed, get thrown out. When you take like I said, when you take away the title, then I don't know. It could always change the narrative. Right now, you can't. Even if they play the whole season. What narrative are you gonna change? You still have your title, like you said. You got hit only with $5 million fine, which is nothing to a millionaire. and the managers got suspended, and the players they get to play.
See, like Man City just got caught cheating too for I think like something with money, so they got handed a 30 million euro fine, and they're banned from Champions League for the next 2 years.
Yeah,
which is like something they're always in until almost like the last round. So why not like ban these guys from the postseason?
That's a good point. So I don't know much about it, but so how does that work with the player union? I don't know. Won't that like, is that gonna invalid the immunity that they're granted? Since
I mean, because you're not technically punishing the players, you're technically punishing the organization to go to the playoffs, hitting them with their money. And that's, I think if Manfred came out and did that in the beginning, I think a lot of fans would have felt good. Like, you know what, now we don't even give you a chance to get to the championship again. And as far as, I am so looking forward to the May matchup of Astros coming to Yankee Stadium.
It's gonna be
guys,
crazy.
we always have that bad reputation of Yankee fans yelling and, you know, throwing drinks. I hope to God that they get booed out of the stadium. I hope it's so loud that they can't even hear the banging if they're still banging. You know what I mean? I hope that it's going to be so loud that the buzzers on their shoulders, they can't feel it because the stadium is shaking. Yeah. But it sucks as a fan. If I even forget the Yankees, if I'm a Dodgers fan, I've been there 2 years, and one of those years I got robbed of a championship because the other team was cheating. I've been waiting since 1980s to win a championship, and that's what happened, that I didn't win one. Yeah. I mean, if I'm the players, honestly, till it doesn't, if something is not done, either punishment or the team really comes out and gives me a sincere apology, as a player, I'm still going to speak out. I'm going to go and play my season and not let it distract me. But I think they're obligated as superstars to protect their game. And I think this hurts the game a lot. Baseball is already one of the low, like, it's football first in America, 100% we know that. NFL is number one, NBA is number two, and they're catching up even further and further with the beautiful All-Star game they threw this year. And baseball is only okay or making money because they play 162 games, but they're almost below hockey, guys. And I have nothing against hockey. I'm just saying, when you're ranking it, baseball was number one sport. It was past America's pastime. This does not help the sport. Like Mubashir said, if I'm the owners, I'm getting everybody together, get the 30 owners on one table. Guys, we need to do something to punish the Astros organization. So that way you skip the CBA, you skip the Players Association, you gave them immunity, no problem. Punish the organization in such a way that it takes playing time from playoffs. That's the only thing that's going to help. I don't think taking away the championship is going to help, because who are you going to give it to?
It's the two biggest markets in sports, New York and Los Angeles, that got affected.
Guys, imagine Yankees and Dodgers World Series in 2017. Do you know how much money the sport lost? You had LA and New York going at it like the old days with the Brooklyn Dodgers and the Yankees. Like you have the two, like you said, Moesha, two biggest franchise. You robbed the sport of a classic series. You rob people from championship. You rob people from money. And then you're going to sit there and not even give us a legitimate apology and make excuses. Of course everybody's upset. Everybody's upset.
It wasn't sincere, and everyone could see through it.
It was like they sat at night and had a little cheat sheet that they kind of were given.
It wasn't even like that. It was like, you know, they're in the locker room. It's like, hey, can you just go issue an apology real quick? And they're like, all right. So,
I'm sorry. I don't think they really care too much. They got their championship, and it is what it is. So to wrap it up, what do you guys think moving forward? What do you see happening with this? What do you expect from the rest of the season?
I honestly think it's going to be hard for them to come back from this, especially this season. They have lost a lot of great players. They lost their manager. So I think if they come out and lose games, guys, I think it's going to get worse and worse for them as they visit stadiums. But I'm really excited for this season. I'm a Yankee fan. I'm 100% it is going to be Dodgers and Yankees unless something goes wrong. And we're finally gonna get that because nobody's cheating, and I cannot wait for that. Hope. Oh, please, I hope so, because I think the baseball world deserves that. Dodgers and Yankees, we deserve that. Sorry.
What about you?
No, I agree. nothing happens, then they're just gonna face a lot of backlash. But either way, I see Yankees Dodgers World Series.
Yeah, and finally for me, I don't think anything's gonna happen. This is it. I would be surprised if anything transpires beyond this point. To your point, I think the only rating boost they'll get is whoever plays the Astros. That's gonna be like big time. Like that is gonna get a big boost just to see reaction of players.
That could be another punishment. They get no national television time.
But then you'll take away the time from the other teams. Like who doesn't want to? If the Yankees are playing on ESPN and against the Astros, you can't do that either. But it is what it is.